Hi everybody and welcome to another episode of At Home with Dan. Today I'm going to be doing a really simple recipe of a mixed berry compote. It's a fantastic accompaniment to things like panna cottas, brilliant on maybe it's just some like basic Victorian sponge cake. Really good to have for breakfast with yogurt and muesli and things like that. It's a fantastic breakfast product. So very simply, I've got some mixed berries in the pan. They're frozen mixed berries, and I've got 500 grams in here. And for every 100 grams of mixed berries, or whatever berries you're using, it's 20 grams of caster sugar. So I'm just going to add my caster sugar to my berries, give it a little shake around, and I'm just going to pop that onto a low heat. And what you'll find, because you're using frozen berries, you don't need to add any liquid to the mix, because there's enough liquid within the frozen berries that it's going to create its own syrup. To that, I'm going to add some flavors. You don't have to add flavors. These are optional things. So I'm just going to add a little bit of vanilla puree or vanilla paste. Just kind of gives it a really lovely, delicate flavor. So we can add a touch of that, and then one ingredient that I love, and I think it's great in a berry compote, is the star anise. So I'm just going to pop a star anise in there as well. And the thing is, once this is done, you can put it into a kilner jar or just a container in the fridge, and it will keep for quite a long time in the fridge. And if you leave the star anise in, it carries on kind of intensifying the flavour. It gets nicer the older it gets, really. So what we're going to do is just let this kind of all melt down, and then come up to a little bit of a simmer, and we're just going to simmer it for 5 minutes or so. Take it off the heat, let it cool down, and that's our berry compote done. So I'm just going to give this a few minutes, and we'll come back once it's in the next stage, and I'll show you what it looks like. So my mix has been on for about a minute now, and I just wanted to show you guys how it kind of looks after a minute or so. You can see it's starting to melt down a little bit. The fruit's starting to soften, and it's starting to get a bit of a really thick syrup around the outside of it. So you're just going to carry on going for another few minutes. Right guys, so 5 minutes have passed and my compote has come up to the boil. I've let it simmer for a few minutes. All of the berries have gone soft, and it's pretty much ready to go. So all we need to do now is let it cool. So I'm just going to put it into this bowl, which I can stick in the fridge. And there we have, guys, a very, very simple mixed berry compote. Fantastic to go on your cereal, brilliant with yogurt, really good accompaniment to things like cheesecake. It's just a really simple way of using up some frozen berries. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope it's something you can take away and have a go yourself. Happy cooking, guys. Until next time, take care.